मास्क उतारो जी में आप सबका स्वागत है। आज मेरे साथ है निशीत शरण एंड नंदिनी भारी डांडा। इनको मैं कोई इंट्रोड्यूस कराने नहीं वाली, बट आई एम गोइंग टू जस्ट आस्क देम अभी के अभी दे गोइंग टू आस्क ऑल देयर फॉलोअर्स टू सब्सक्राइब, लाइक एंड शेयर माय मास्क उतारो जी चैनल। चलो शुरू हो जाओ, बोलो।
देखो, अगर कोई मेरी बात मानता है टीएल
हाँ।
पे तो आ जाओ, और नहीं मानते तो बाढ़ में जाओ। फिर फायदा ही नहीं है कोई।
No, I request all my followers to press like and subscribe at Mask Utaruji.
थैंक यू सो मच। निशीत ने तो धमकी
इस
दे दी,
इस
नहीं तो
इस
बोला
सब
हाँ।
से मास्क उतरवाती हो, जी बोल के बिल्कुल।
अच्छा, we are going to discuss about President Trump and Prime Minister Modi. Okay. I've been reading so many articles on them, and they're all saying there are a lot of similarities between Mr. Modi and Mr. Trump. But I don't think there are so many similarities because personalities so don't match at all. Mr. Modi is very, calm, and then Trump doesn't look
विनर्स
calm.
विनर्स हैव अ कॉमन फ्यू क्वालिटीज, दैट्स
हाँ,
अबाउट इट। उससे ज्यादा
that's
कुछ कॉमनैलिटी नहीं है दोनों
नहीं।
में।
आई थिंक एक एक वैल्यू सिस्टम है जो दो मुझे लगते हैं, जो एक तो पेट्रियोटिज्म एंड नेशनल आइडेंटिटी है, विच दोनों उसके कारण दे आर पॉपुलर, एंड सेकंड इज they are like loved as much as they are hated. These are the two things which is so common between Mr. Modi and Mr. Trump. So we're going to discuss all this today. So we'll start with the Nishit. And Nishit, you tell me about Trump and Modi's relationship with media, leftist, liberal media, and this thing.
Traditionally, media has been controlled by the left liberal cabal per se, and that is why if you see the entire conventional media that exists, this is largely in the zone of left liberal people, and they've been able to voice their own people there. They've uh, cultivated journalists over there. They've managed to have their own people be in those positions where they can manage the media and the narrative. अब इसमें कोर्स के बाहर एक काम हो गया, कोर्स के बाहर से डिजिटल और सोशल मीडिया आ गया। तो क्या हुआ कि ऑल दीज पीपल, दे मस्ट हैव इन्वेस्टेड crores and crores of rupees over the last 40-50 years in trying to manage the media per se, owning the media, not even just managing the media. पिछले 10-15 साल में, लेट्स से 2010 onwards in India, and roughly around the same period in the US, uh, digital has been making its presence felt more and more. लेकिन ये दोनों एक टसल वाली स्टेज थी, वेदर you can do away with one or rely entirely on the other. So we have been watching, the old media is not willing to die away, and the new media is all hell bent upon taking over the mantle. But gaddi khali nahi ho rahi hai. So that was the scenario till this particular election. Take the Indian election of June this year and take the US elections. I think we've just managed to do the transition from conventional media is dead, more than dead, the middle of the road media is also dead. Now you don't have neutrality as a attribute which is welcomed. You know, this man stands here, this media stands here, this brand of the media stands there. So there's nobody who's valuing neutrality and telling you as it is. They are all taking their own sides, whichever way they are aligned, financially, ideologically, whatever may be their considerations. But along with the political parties and the people, even the media is as sharply divided now.
And Nandini,
If nothing else, this American election, so soon after ours, has really shown you that all the lectures and the virtue signaling that they do is you can trash it, absolutely trash it. Look at their media. They mock and they scorn ours, like, these are lapdog, almost like that Godi media thing, that, Mr. Modi's laptop media and so on and so forth. I saw this program on CNN, I think. They had this breakfast morning where they all sit around a table, and they had Biden there. And each one of them, the way they did the Ji Hazuri, oh, sir, what you have managed to do, what you have done. And I watched these 6 or 8 people who, at the drop of a hat, call us, you know, rightist, ultra rightist, nationalist, Modi this, Modi that, fascist. और अपने आप जो कर रहे थे, I mean, you were asked, like they said, I think who said that? Advani, LK Advani once said, no? They were asked to bend and they crawled.
Yep.
And when you saw those 8 people around that table, you realize that their media is as much as bought and controlled, and the
I think it is
narrative.
worse, Nandini.
Yeah, sorry, it's worse
I-
probably. Yeah, maybe.
This election, I felt I was
Hmm.
also under that illusion that
Yeah.
maybe they are a little better than ours. It
Yes.
wasn't exposed to this level, but
True.
this time the way the elections were handled,
Yeah.
I out of my height, I can't even pull out 3 or 4 names which I can say were neutrally handling the elections. They were
I
all one
don't
on
think
one.
there's an
They're
attempt.
all
I don't think there's no
participants in the
longer
electoral.
yeah, there's no
Yeah,
longer an attempt to be neutral also. You're either here or there. It's as simple as that.
and even the assassination attempt on President Trump, that the
Hmm.
way they justified it and they made a mockery out of it, and same thing they do with Mr. Modi also here.
I
Like
think
once
it
or
has
twice.
become existential for them. Even in, you see, when Congress and the Congress leading family went after Mr. Modi uh, back in 2005, 6, 7, within the first 5 years of his CM-ship, they were able to identify him as a long-term threat. Where
Yeah.
do they get this kind of a radar from? I
That
mean,
itself
for
is
us,
commendable.
that is commendable that they could spot that this man is going to be a long term challenge for them or a
Yes.
threat to them, not even a challenge. And then they went all out to fix him one way or the other with those false cases, your central agencies going after him, going after Amit Bhai for that encounter business of whatever was coined, all those things. So the way these people have gone after Mr. Modi, and along the way, everybody was a lapdog to the Congress then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They became a party to that process. The neutrals might not have come on Mr. Modi's side, but the ones who were sold to Congress were already tom-tomming and towing the line that was given to them. So 2002 onwards, there was a bunch of journalists whose only agenda was to bring him down.
Hmm. That's right.
So the main difference, if you see between Mr. Modi and Mr. Trump has had, let's say, 6, 7 years of hardcore politics to his credit. Modi ji has 50 years of that.
Yeah.
Hardcore, from Sangh to Pracharak to being the organizational general secretary to then coming into electoral and all of that. What Mr. Modi can pull off, with all due regards, I don't think Mr. Trump can reach knee high to him politically. He may wield a lot of clout as the head of US, as a very important country,
Hmm.
but politically, I don't think they match up at all.
I think both of them are such disruptors
Yeah.
and don't belong to any club, old boys club in the corridors of power, that they scare people, because it's not the same old business
Yeah.
as usual. It means they are taking away people's livelihood, they're taking away people's privilege, they're taking away people's entitlement. Because Sanjay Baru once wrote in his book, he said, it was like one set of friends came into office and the other set of friends left office. And in the evening, we used to meet at the India International Center and over single malts discuss the day's work. Huh? But these guys have come in with a completely new team. Nobody is an old friend of anybody, you know. They're all mavericks and all disruptors. I think they rock the system, not rock as in they shake up the system, you know. And I think that's very scary for people who have remained in power forever and ever and ever in some way or the other.
Right.
I think this thing again, like with what I said in the beginning, that Trump is also hated as much by the leftist as is Modi.
Hmm.
You know, same the way the media dealt with this election and then Modi ji's election also in 2024, and they've been concocting fake news about them, fake stories about them. So you think who handled it better, Mr. Modi, or he did suffer this 2024 election where he did suffer, whereas Trump was able to come out of it easily, I felt.
I think Trump handled it better because he had to do it in a far shorter period of time. Modi had a prolonged period to deal with it, so the intensity might not have been as high. You know, what I tend to feel is whether it's Trump or Mr. Modi, both have been basically outsiders to the cabal, to the
Yeah.
people who wield power irrespective of electoral outcomes, who've been there because they are the God's ordained people to handle power, being a journalist, being a bureaucrat, being somebody in the system. These are the people who have always felt Modi and Trump to be the sheer outsiders who just don't belong in the system. If you see that correspondence dinner where Obama ridiculed Trump,
Yeah.
and the way Trump sat down and quietly listened to the whole thing, it gave me the sense, and it probably is hindsight, but then they were sowing the seeds of what was to come later that day. And similarly, for Mr. Modi, from टू बट जर्नलिस्ट जिनकी मतलब अगर कोई हाथ पकड़ने वाला नहीं हो तो थ्रू द कॉरिडोर्स ऑफ पावर चलने की औकात नहीं होती थी. दे रोट एवरीथिंग पॉसिबल अगेंस्ट मिस्टर मोदी फ्रॉम द सीएम टू his time in the initial 5-7 years of being in the PM's position. They would write anything. You have the Rajdeeps, the Barkhas, and that whole gang. It was as if pathologically unacceptable to them. How can this man become PM and without our endorsement? It was almost pathological for them.
Also,
वो
you know,
दोनों
both
फंसे गए.
both of them, Trump, Modi, when he 2002, 3, 4, we were so dependent on NDTV, right? And or you know, Twitter and so on was still, I don't know whether they were around. Was Twitter around in 2002? No.
No,
No,
I
no.
don't think so.
Yeah. So there was so you know, we had everything filtered through their lenses, and
Right.
that's why it was so extended for so long. Now Trump's entire media circus and his prosecution was under scrutiny from entire social media. It collapsed because not only was the judge giving his verdict, but the people were giving the verdict too and saying, "What crap? These are all trumped up charges. These are all people with their own agendas," and that's why his whole this sham of prosecution and investigation collapsed very soon. And the
Absolutely.
biggest thing I would think is the biggest game changer was it is that Dorsey chap had still been in charge of Twitter.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have
Yeah.
seen half of what we are seeing, we
Yeah.
saw.
And Modi won't have got to even 240 then.
Modi, Trump, neither of them, because
Yeah.
we would have seen it all again through a new version of NDTV. And this allowed things to be seen as they were. This allowed us to, how we are. It's like I always say, we are the gladiator, the spectators in a Roman arena, like, down, down, and up. It all depends on us now. So we put an end to it very soon with all this social media. I think Trump benefited from that more than Modi has done in the past. But now,
Past,
yes,
yeah.
of course.
Yes. X, I think, is much more relevant to US given their population and voting
Yes.
size
Yeah.
as compared to ours. We still managed to, initiate a narrative on social media, and
Yeah.
then it percolates down to the conventional to amplify now.
Yeah.
It is still happening, but
Yes.
I think we are on the last stages of
Legs.
conventional media totally dying out. And in the next 5 years or so,
Hmm.
I mean, you see this 44 billion gamble of taking over X by Elon is not just taking up the media, it is taking up the
Establishment.
entire influential network of
Yeah.
all democracy, the kind of muscle it will be,
Hmm.
not just in US but all over the world, will be a global side of the divide. It may be right, left, centrist, whatever you may choose to call it. But then there is at least one side is divided now, that we know that this is going to be available as a means to do all those things. And in India, in the next 5 years, you see the next election. अभी तक तो चैनल को और अखबारों को थोड़ा बहुत एडवर्टाइजिंग बजट इलेक्शन का जाता है. I prophesy in 5 years time they'll have begging bowls in their hands. कोई पैसा नहीं मिलने वाला. Even their own digital channels
Yeah.
will be the leaders. If they get something, they'll pass on to the conventional side of
Hmm.
the print or the channel. Otherwise कोई मतलब नहीं है. It is as good as over. And
Right.
once it is over financially, तो बाकी सब तो it is
Collapse.
bound to happen.
True.
But did you notice two things I noticed? But did you guys notice one thing which Modi ji is generally their social media team says, ये तुम्हारे बीच में ये तुम्हारे पीछे हैं मैं तो सिर्फ बीच में आया हूँ तभी ये मेरे पीछे पड़े हैं. You know that template. Same thing Trump
No,
also
I
said.
am the other way around. It's originally Trump's.
From there.
It's
Acha,
from
I
Trump.
thought it
Yeah.
was originally Modi's.
No. It's originally Trump. In fact, I once used it and people said, don't use that. Modi is not like Trump. I mean, don't compare the two. Like almost like, Modi's
That
better.
I'm coming in between you and the.
Yeah, but it is originally Trump's.
And
ये
another thing was
दुनिया में कहते हैं पायल, there are only a handful of great ideas and they keep getting pushed up and churned out again and again. There
Yeah.
are no fresh new great ideas. So possibly before Trump also it must have been there somewhere in some
Used
other context which has gotten pulled out and handed over again.
And
How many
another
times
thing
do you
was
actually come across a great idea now? You've already seen most of them.
Yeah,
Rarely come across a new thing.
another thing was that Chaukidar Chor hai. Modi took advantage of that title given to him.
Yes,
So
yes.
Trump did this time. I think who called him garbage? Obama called him garbage. Who called him garbage?
No. Biden. Biden said, no, they're garbage because
Biden.
Hillary said deplorables and Biden said garbage, and
Garbage,
he's used
yeah.
garbage.
So
as a
yeah, so he took that garbage truck, and then everything was that.
बिल्कुल.
I felt somewhere मैं वही इलेक्शन का वही चीज देख रही हूँ बार से इतनी सेम चीजें हो रही थी वहां पे.
नहीं क्या इसकी बैकग्राउंड समझो आप क्या हो रहा है कि पहले जब इलेक्शंस होते थे तो देयर वाज वन कंपोनेंट व्हिच वाज अबाउट सेटिंग द एजेंडा.
हाँ.
वन पार्ट ऑफ द कैंपेन यूज्ड टू बी अबाउट द एजेंडा ड्राइविंग थिंग. जैसे हम 14 की कैंपेन देखो तो all the things that were wrong with the country, there was a narrative of Mr. Modi coming in and correcting all of them. Right? So that would take away 40-50% of your campaign narrative, whether it is the public meetings or the advertising or whatever way you are communicating. And then started the tactical part where you fight on those issues. But now it is so clearly etched in the minds of the voters who stands for what, that it is directly from the tactical level that you get onto it and you get into a slugfest. There is no starting up with trying to say what do you stand for. People already know.
हाँ,
The social media is so live. Every statement that you make,
हम्म,
आपने आज कोई statement दिया normal without election also, it's attributed to you, adds up to your electoral personality, and is
Yeah.
there live in the minds of the people. So in that sense, politics and elections have become so much more alive and perpetual.
हम्म.
The voting may not be today, but the electioneering is on 365 days.
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting,
It is
and
Yeah.
exhausting.
I think the people have,
Sorry.
these people are in it for that's what they do. But the rest of us now, especially over the last 10 years, where we've got invested in it so deeply, even the electorate, that it is exhausting to just barely recover from one shock and to
right.
go into the next one. Yeah, I
So
No,
find that.
you meet up all the people who have slightly elder parents nowadays.
Yeah.
उनके बच्चे यही कंप्लेंट करते रहते हैं, यार
हाँ,
डैडी तो टीवी के आगे बैठ के इतने एक्साइटेड हो जाते हैं.
true.
You know, but it is not just them. We are probably getting excited on the social media.
That's
They are
right.
getting excited on, but everybody's level of involvement, investment into the whole thing
Yeah,
is so high now.
yeah, very true.
So now about personal attacks.
Hmm.
The leftist media has gone crazy. I think they've crossed all the limits, and it was at sometimes it started irking people. People were not very like, look at what they've done to Trump, and then even on Mr. Modi. What do you think
Hmm.
about that? Like, they were not politically motivated नहीं लगता ऐसे लगता है as if अंदर से they hate them so much that they were
Hmm.
attacking. Don't you think
I
so?
think it's desperation. When you come down to such a level, when you start, talking about little things and petty things and very vicious and spiteful, that means how desperate you are. Nothing is sticking. कि कुछ तो बोल
हाँ.
देंगे तो कुछ तो असर पड़ेगा, फर्क पड़ेगा. I mean, you're trying this, you're trying that. I think it's only desperation because if you can't maintain a level of decorum, that means you're willing to throw stones, you're willing to throw dung, you're willing to throw anything. So
And
I
you
look at
tend,
it. Yeah, sorry.
people tend to lose respect for most of these people who get into that zone.
Yeah.
It was
Because
irritating. It was
वो
irritating.
पर्सनल विट्रियल इतना हो जाता है
Hmm.
कि at times you stop talking from the point of view of the public at all. It's only
Yeah.
about me versus him, rather
Yeah.
than we are both fighting for the benefit of the masses or for
No,
the
no.
public.
That's the
So the
last thing
public
on
is
their mind.
totally forgotten. It is like a
Yeah.
slugfest, individual घर घर की लड़ाई टाइप का या पर्सनालिटी
ऐसे
क्लैश
माहौल
टाइप
बना
का
दिया था.
माहौल
उन्होंने
बन जाता
बना
है.
दिया था ऐसा माहौल. ऐसा माहौल बना दिया था मीडिया ने.
ठीक है अभी आई थिंक द स्टेक्स आर टू हाई एंड द helplessness is too much. Now, permit me if you can, आप try being a Rahul Gandhi.
Hmm.
20 years you've been in the political arena. 4, 5, 6 times he's been an MP, I believe. Okay, whatever you say, it's he's unable to cut any ice even now with the people of this country.
Hmm.
तो उसका frustration का parameter क्या होगा? कैसे नापोगे?
By the level
From
of his.
clear utterances, there is nothing else. How can you measure? Or even if you try imagining how desperate he must be, उसको जो करना था वो सब कर लिया. Congress, if you take Congress for today, everything that they say, do, whatever, there is a huge sense of desperation कि बॉस ये 2 टर्म और हो गए तो हमारी तो जनरेशन ही खत्म हो जाएगी. It is almost like you
It's
not
a
just
fear.
missed the bus, it's
Yeah.
game over kind of a thing for them. So naturally वो जितना ज्यादा उस हाथ से दूर होता है उतना ज्यादा उनको तकलीफ होती है and then they tend to make it dirtier and shallower.
मेरे से ना बहुत सारे व्यूअर्स मेरे रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि वो नंदिनी भी आती हैं, आप निशित सबको लाते हैं वहाँ पे, पर सब इंग्लिश में बात करते हैं और मेरे व्यूअर्स ज़्यादा जो हैं वो उनको हिंदी ज्यादा समझ आती है। तो निश्चित थोड़े से ना इस बात का जवाब थोड़ा हिंदी में देते ना, क्योंकि वो मुझे स्पेशली नीचे लिखते हैं, मैम हिंदी में बोला है, हमें समझ आया है। अब मुझे आप ये बताओ, जैसे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट हैं, बिजनेस हाउसेस हैं, नंदिनी यू कैन गिव मी आंसर्स इन इंग्लिश, आई एम फाइन विद इट।
No,
पर
it's okay.
थेम्स नहीं, निश्चित जैसे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट हैं, बिजनेस हाउसेस हैं, जैसे जिस तरीके से यहाँ की ऑपोजिशन ने 2024 में, उससे पहले भी जो स्टेट इलेक्शंस भी हुए, उसमें जिस तरीके से ऑपोजिशन ने बिजनेस हाउसेस को भी इसको सही उसको गलत और साइड्स ली हैं और क्रिटिसाइज किया है, डिमीन किया है और लोगों के मन में शक डाला है। सेम डिड द सेम थिंग हैपेंड इन अमेरिका ड्यूरिंग ट्रम्प्स दिस इलेक्शन, नवंबर इलेक्शन।
I'm not too sure, but मुझे लगता है ऑलमोस्ट ऐसे ही किया हुआ है।
They cancelled so many people, and it was more or less the same way. Even during that that Hamas protest, they cancelled so many people who stood up for Israel. And so they also do it in a, I mean, probably we are not so familiar with some of the names that they, cancel. But I think that culture is started there, and we have just sort of aped it, in this way here. But ये ना
इनफैक्ट
मुझे
मुझे
समझ नहीं
लगता है
आती, ये जितना ये बोलते हैं अदानी अंबानी and they keep cursing them. I wonder, Mr. Adani, how does he work in this? I mean, take projects in their states.
इवन
He should
मुझे भी
just
बड़ी हैरानी होती है।
गालियां
यार
दिन रात मिलती हैं आपको
भारत के
निर्वाचित
कॉन्टेक्स्ट में तो पायल, आप
हम्म,
imagine being a politician, an industrialist in India,
Yeah.
और फ्रॉम लाइसेंस कोटा राज के टाइम से आप धंधा कर रहे हो,
हाँ।
2 generation 3 generation ऑफ बिजनेस एम्पायर दैट यू हैंडल। अब आप बताओ, क्या आप पॉलिटिकली एक साइड के होके धंधा कर सकते हो? और जहां आधा धंधा आपका लाइसेंस कोटा राज में एस्टेब्लिश हुआ था,
हाँ।
इट इज इम्पॉसिबल। एनीबडी हु इज इन बिजनेस, उसको पता है कि भाई मुझे तो whoever is in power, my
वो
friendship
गाली
has to be with power, not the person who holds power.
But Nishit, मतलब I want to know, I want to interview, I think Mr. Adani, बड़ी ज्यादा सपने देख रही हूँ। I want to know how does he digest all this? There's so much of criticism, so many accusations on him of funding this one, funding that one. There's so many accusations on him, and still he goes to these Congress ruled states and he does business. And look at Rahul Gandhi.
यही तो सबसे अच्छा जवाब है उनका। भाई आप अल्टीमेटली आप किसी को भी गाली देते रहो, अडानी को दो, अंबानी को दो, किसको दो, जहां तुम्हारी सरकार बनती है तो वहीं जाओगे। भाई अल्टीमेटली जिसके पास कैपिटल होगा वही तो इन्वेस्ट करेगा। नहीं तो जिनको तुम नरेगा देते तो वो थोड़ी आएंगे इन्वेस्टमेंट करने यार। अल्टीमेटली पैसा इन्वेस्ट कौन करेगा? वो तो वही लिमिटेड लोग हैं, एंड दे डोंट गिव अ उनको क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ओनली थिंग इज, तकलीफ ये होती होगी कि साले पैसे भी लेते हैं, आके बाद में सॉरी भी बोलते हैं लेकिन गाली भी बकते हैं। एंड इट मतलब हमें सबको जिसने भी रिलायंस का जेनेसिस से ग्रोथ देखा है, हमको सबको मालूम है वो सबसे बड़ी रिलेशनशिप तो इंदिरा जी के बाद राजीव से धीरू भाई ने बनाई थी। एंड देयर इज दिस लेजेंडरी केस ऑफ हिम टेलिंग राजीव जी की मैडम ने मेरे पास ये सूटकेस छोड़ा था, इसका क्या करना है। इट इज सो सैड, none of us can vouch or deny it, but this is what folklore says. कि हम अंबानी जी गाड़ी भर के सूटकेस लेके गए और बोला राजीव से, राजीव वाज नॉट विलिंग टू टॉक टू हिम। एंड ऐसा बोलते हैं कि उन्होंने जाके राजीव जी से बोला कि सर मैडम मेरे पास ये रखवा के गई थी, ये मुझे क्या करना है ये बता दीजिए तो ये मेरी जिम्मेदारी खत्म हो जाए। एंड राजीव कुंडू, नोबडी कुड हैव डन एनीथिंग यार। कोई भी पॉलिटिशियन होता, कोई हरिचंद की औलाद तो होगा नहीं, पॉलिटिक्स कर रहा है, पैसा चाहिए तो राजनीति करने के लिए कहाँ से आएगा? कोई टैक्स पेड पैसे से राजनीति थोड़ी होती है। तो he could manage to make an inroad into the Rajiv Gandhi and his team of people. तो आज आप गाली दे दो किसी को, सबको पता है कि राजीव ने जितना फेवर किया था अंबानी को एक स्टेज में, वो किसी से छुपा नहीं है. एक स्टेज है जब मुकेश अंबानी का वो स्टेटमेंट लीक हो गया था ना कि दोनों ही अपनी दुकान है.
Yeah.
So what did it mean?
But you know, Nitish, this is a certain generation which knows all these stories and all this folklore and so on. But
Yeah.
there is a generation,
Yeah, who
30,
does?
who doesn't know. They look at Adani, Ambani, and get like, I mean, that Priyanka, who has proved to be, you know, one step ahead of her brother, who says, एक जमाना था, you know, people knew what Tata Birla were making. कोई बर्तन बना रहा था, and कोई, did you hear that speech? No, that, and कोई क्या टूथपेस्ट बना रहा था. ये अदानी अंबानी करते क्या हैं, किसी को क्या पता है? huh? Now you have one is that they still assume that you are one little villager sitting in a under a tree and you don't know anything. They don't know everybody carries a smartphone and they use Geo, and so they know that Reliance and the connection and so on and so forth. And on the other side, you have people, young people, who have no idea what is the story of Dhirubhai Ambani. How did he come up? They don't know. They only
Birlas, even
all
Birlas.
of them, Bajaj, Birla.
ये भी एज के हिसाब से भी साइक्लिक होता है ना. The
हाँ,
same
तो
person who knows it today
yes,
did not know it when he was in his 20s.
exactly. But the
उसकी
thing
लाइफ के
is,
कंसिडरेशन और इंटरेस्ट अलग थे.
true,
So at
true.
some stage when you are 30, 35, 40,
You
you
learn.
get more inclined to know about these things.
Yes.
तो हो सकता है इन लोगों को भी पता चले, और अगर इतने बेवकूफ हैं कि ऐसे ही जीना चाहते हैं पूरी उम्र, तो मैं नहीं कह सकता, बट आई डोंट थिंक दैट इज ट्रू. क्योंकि वो
What
बच्चे
I'm
तो बच्चे होते हैं यार. अभी उनको अगर वो 20 साल की उम्र में उन्हें अंबानी में इंटरेस्ट आएगा तो लानत है उनकी जवानी पे.
but the point I'm
वो
trying to
पॉलिटिक्स
make
की
is,
इंटरेस्ट रखेंगे क्या यार?
the point I'm trying to make is that you know, you are trying to fool people about a narrative which they have no clue of the beginning, how it all started, how it is. So they need people like this. I would think that Adani probably has enough money to last several generations. There has to be also a public stand that we feel that, you know, he is standing up and saying enough is enough. I mean, how long will you use me as the punching bag in your politics? Doesn't that also matter? As a person,
And
that matters
they've
to
been
me.
harming him also, Nishi. They've been harming
Yeah,
him. Look at
so
what
yeah,
happened to his
I
shares.
I
Yeah.
think
What
it
happened
is
to his
going
shares?
into his laser side.
hmm.
वो जितनी ज्यादा गालियां पड़ती होंगी उतने ज्यादा फेवर लेता होगा, इज माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग.
Okay. Maybe we don't think in the same way.
आपने बहुत इज्जत से मेरी बेइज्जती की तो मैं कम फेवर लूंगा,
हाँ.
और बहुत बेइज्जती से मुझे बेइज्जत किया है तो ज्यादा कुछ लूंगा.
Yeah. Hmm.
तो
Achha,
वो-
another. Sorry, you were saying
हाँ,
something, Nishi?
नहीं आप
नहीं,
बोलिए.
एक और चीज जो हमने देखी है, इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स. ये
हम्म.
प्रॉब्लम ट्रम्प को तो इसने बात ने जिता दिया, बट ये प्रॉब्लम मोदी जी को क्यों नहीं जिताती है?
I'll tell you what. I was in fact trying to decode this situation. अब पॉलिटिकली एंड सोशली हम लोगों के और उनका डिफरेंस ऐसा है कि घुसपैठिए बीजेपी का एक डिमांड होती थी फ्रॉम द टाइम द पार्टी वाज मेड इन 80s,
अच्छा.
जब बीजेपी
85
बनी,
में.
और जनसंघ उससे पहले, तब से घुसपैठियों के लिए और बांग्लादेशियों के लिए और ये सब उनके स्टेटमेंट्स होते थे. जब तक आप सत्ता में नहीं आते हो तो आप बोलते रहते हो बहुत वॉसिफरसली, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट सपोज टू डिलीवर, यू आर ओनली सपोज टू रेज अप द इश्यूज. फिर अटल जी के टाइम में हमारी सरकार आती है, अब इशू है कि आपको कुछ करना पड़ेगा, राइट? इट इज नॉट सो इजी टू डू इट. हमने अभी सीए एनआरसी वाला पीरियड और उसका पूरा बवाल देखा. I don't think it was such a big government issue as it became a political issue. अगर गवर्नमेंट उसको बहुत ठप्पे से करना चाहती, छाती ठोक के कि नहीं ये तो होगा, तो देयर वाज नो रीजन टू बैक डाउन एक्सेप्ट कि उसका पॉलिटिकल फॉलोआउट जो है वो हैंडल करने के लिए नोबडी वाज एज कीन एज द गवर्नमेंट इज. तो when an issue of national importance first becomes a political issue, then it becomes a government issue, and then it cannot be fulfilled or it gets to be diluted, तो आपकी वैल्यू उसमें कम हो जाती है, क्योंकि लोगों को मालूम है आप करोगे ये, लेकिन तब करोगे जब ये आपके पॉलिटिकल फायदे के लिए होगा. यू आर नॉट डूइंग इट आउट ऑफ द गुडनेस ऑफ योर हार्ट और योर कमिटमेंट टू द इशू. और आइडियोलॉजी क्या होती है? आई मीन इन माय लिमिटेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग, आइडियोलॉजी वो होती है जिसके लिए आप अपनी सत्ता छोड़ने के लिए तैयार हो. नहीं तो इट इज जस्ट वन मोर इशू विच वी फील इज पर्टिनेंट. लेकिन आपका बिलीफ सिस्टम क्या है? आपका बिलीफ सिस्टम है कि इस 3 चीजों से हम कभी भी कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करेंगे. तो वैसा अब पॉलिटिकल में होना मुश्किल है. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन यूएस नाउ, this whole first tenure of his and the second का election period, इस दोनों में उसने, he's a less of a political figure, I would say he's more of a businessman. उसने इसको डायरेक्ट इशू बना के बोल दिया कि मैं तो दीवार बनाऊंगा जी, I will throw you out. You would have never heard government of any party ever say this thing in India. We are never so committal about tackling such issues. उसने बोल दिया, वो शायद I think he is less exposed to this kind of politics, or maybe he is too much of a straightforward person coming from wherever he does with his own background. तो उसने बोला हुआ है. Now issue is कि उसने तलवार की धार पे बोला है. Now he has to either deliver or take the flak for it. He doesn't have an option anymore.
पर निश्चित अमित शाह भी तो रोज बोलते हैं, मोदी जी भी तो रोज बोलते हैं, हर लीडर बोलता है कि हम हमारा मेन मैनिफेस्टो में लिखा है, अब तो मैनिफेस्टो में लिखा है.
अमित शाह को और मोदी को और बीजेपी को और किसी को भी, इवन कांग्रेस हैज सेड दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स इन डिफरेंट टाइम्स. अगर वो नहीं कर पाते हैं तो उसकी कोई अर्जेंसी और कोई डेट गिवन नहीं है कि इस टेन्योर में आप कर दोगे या अभी कर दोगे. अब तो हमने 3 चीजें करी हैं. अब देखो वो जेपीसी में अटका हुआ है मामला, फलानी पार्टी सपोर्ट नहीं कर रही, जेपीसी क्लियर नहीं कर रहा, जैसे ही क्लियर होगा हम कर देंगे. You want to play
तो बड़ी पतली गली से निकल गई बीजेपी उस इश्यू को लेके. तो
यार वो वही पॉलिटिक्स है पायल. पॉलिटिक्स इज, उसके स्टेक्स बहुत बड़े होते हैं और इवेंचुअली क्या होता है कि एक चीज को सॉल्व करने के पीछे, सपोज बीजेपी गोज आउट ऑफ पावर, जस्ट हाइपोथेटिकली स्पीकिंग, बीजेपी बोले कि नहीं हम नहीं निकल पाए घुसपैठियों को, तो हम सत्ता से बाहर जाते हैं. तो उनके बाहर जाने से जो जो नुकसान होगा, भाई वैक्यूम तो रहेगा नहीं, कोई तो सरकार आएगी, कांग्रेस आएगी या थर्ड फ्रंट आएगी या मिलीजुली सरकार आएगी, कुछ आएगा, और वो लोग आके क्या करेंगे, तो उसमें कितनी कॉम्प्रोमाइज होगी. तो समवेयर ऑल दोस थिंग्स आर बैलेंस्ड टू ईच अदर एंड द बेस्ट एफर्ट बेसिस काइंड ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग गोज. लेकिन यूएस जैसे कि एक टेन्योर में हम तो सबको बाहर कर देंगे, एंड आई डोंट थिंक इवन ट्रम्प, my personal assessment, might be able to do it as harshly as it is being conveyed to you now, because it will go into litigation unless he changes a law, he frames a new law and it gets passed by, अभी तो सेनेट और कांग्रेस सब उसी के पास है, तो he might be able to swing a law like that and still do it, but it is not going to be very easy. और इंडिया के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में तो बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है.
नंदिनी आप बताओ,
क्या बताऊं
ये इस टॉपिक के बारे में, अबाउट इलीगल इमिग्रेशन.
No, I think it's a very major topic. I thought this would be handled in the first term. Okay, second term. Now let's hope that something comes. Every election it comes up. I want to see it happen once the election results are out and the governance starts. I want to see it actually happen. And this time round, when Amit Shah says that Mr. Owaisi ji को बोलिए कि वो will he protest about it or some. I didn't understand the connection of Owaisi to the whole thing. I thought that, are we
अगर
waiting for
वो
Owaisi to
अगर
give us?
ओवैसी की मर्जी पे ये
हाँ, तो हम
लॉज
ओवैसी के
पास
पीछे
होने थे,
पड़ेंगे। हाँ,
तो बीजेपी की जरूरत क्या थी? फिर ओवैसी को जिता देते।
exactly.
अगर
I
ओवैसी
didn't
की
understand that
उससे होगा
aspect
तो।
of it, but I think that there is this much you can flog a horse, a dead horse. Now you need to deliver on it. How long will you use it every time, every election? So I think they've reached a point where they have to use it. Or,
Apart from politically, the kind of threat it is creating for the Indian society as a whole,
of
Of
course,
course,
the
it
security
is
matter
it
threat,
for
is a
national
very very
security now.
serious issue.
the pressure on the resources. I mean, the figure is not a small figure of all these people in the
Absolutely,
country,
man.
and you are taking away what is rightfully an Indian citizens. So
Yes.
that is very unfair to the people who work here and who belong here. It's very unfair to them. So I look at it as on so many levels that it's not the right thing to do to have them here and to keep quiet about it.
एंड इवन महाराष्ट्र का आज मैं सुन रही थी टीवी पे, 2 मिनट ही सुना मैंने। उसमें दे वर सेइंग कि महाराष्ट्र की पॉपुलेशन में डेमोग्राफिक इतना चेंज आ रहा है कि एंड इमेजिन महाराष्ट्र एंड मुंबई हमारा
Yeah.
फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल है और पूरा हमारा डिपेंडेंसी है उसके ऊपर इतनी। अगर
Why
उसकी
just look at
डेमोग्राफिक
Maharashtra? Look, I'm sure if you look at every state,
लिसन बट दिस
Himachal
महाराष्ट्र
Pradesh,
में भी हो गया तो पता इट्स वेरी स्कैरी।
I think Maharashtra is for me. I thought Maharashtra would be one of the states where something like this could happen, but Himachal,
या
Uttarakhand, so
उत्तराखंड, हाँ।
so there is no corner of this country where the demographics haven't changed.
See, two things are very, very bothersome to me personally when I look at them from a citizen's perspective or an Indian Hindu citizen's perspective. Uh, ये इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स जो हैं और जिस तरीके से वो हमारे सिस्टम को ट्विस्ट करके 10,000 रुपए में उनको आधार मिल जाता है, 25-50 हजार रुपए में वो सिटीजन बन जाते होंगे, पासपोर्ट मिल जाता होगा
उससे भी
24 घंटे
कम
में।
नशीब, उससे भी
मे
कम।
बी मे बी सो एंड दिस क्रिएट्स अ थ्रेट फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल
Yeah.
जो who are the children of the soil of this country who have come up. This is one. Politically, the second most disturbing thing to me individually is the kind of freebies that have come up on offer are they may be good in a political situation today, but eventually it is bad politics. It is
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
governance. It may be good politics, but bad governance
And
certainly.
the bill will eventually come to us. It's not.
The
It's
bill
just
will
delaying the
eventually come
bill.
to us.
Yes.
And you will not be able to handle it. You'll go the Venezuela way if you keep doing this. Or
Yes.
a lot
Yes.
of countries who have gone into this kind of doles and it never ends because उसकी कोई लिमिट तो है नहीं। आज 1 रुपए दे रहे हैं तो कल 1 रुपए कम लगेगा तो 2 रुपए दो और वो बढ़ते
Hmm.
ही जाना है तो your tax collection is not going to increase like that.
But
But
Nishit, what you said that the illegal immigrant is twisting the system. Actually, it is our own people who are twisting the system. The
yes,
immigrant is,
is
it
only
is
taking
our
advantage of it.
yes for going around the system and taking advantage of the loopholes or their own ability to twist things around. But it is our people who are opening the doors yet again for an
Yes,
influx like this, which is going to overwhelm us one day, and there'll be there'll be no
you see what is
answer.
happening to Karnataka, Nandini?
Yes.
They promised certain things, and then
Yeah.
when the government came, they said we are not in a position to deliver on these.
Yeah.
So you are reneging on a promise which electorally people may forget after
Hmm.
3, 4, 5 years time, and something new may come up. So
Yeah.
every time you come up with a new lure and you take people for a ride, is not going to work. And if it does, then
Hmm.
God help this country because we are going to go bankrupt with a big bang.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing else you can do. There's no
Like
way our growth,
निशित, हाँ,
industrialization, collection कुछ भी उस पेस पे नहीं है जिस पेस पे हम डोल्स बांट रहे हैं.
Hmm.
This is a very very serious issue
Yeah.
which I get bothered about. But
Very true.
निशित
Hmm.
निशित एंड नंदिनी एक और चीज है जैसे आई फील दिस ऑपोजिशन लाइक चलो वहां पे तो Kamala Harris opposition में नहीं थी, but these parties are dependent on the votes of illegal immigrants. Kamala
Hmm.
Harris में भी दिखाया है, हमारे भी यहाँ पे अब देखो केजरीवाल है, आज दिल्ली बीजेपी और कांग्रेस के लिए उसको हराना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा। जिस तरीके के उसने प्रोविजन एंड फैसिलिटीज दी हुई है बांग्लादेशीज को, और वो मैंने इंटरव्यूज देखे कि 10,000 रुपये महीना, पानी फ्री, बिजली फ्री, घर बनाए हुए हैं और प्रॉमिस करा हुआ है इधर, स्पेशली ऑल दीज घेटोज में तो वो लोग इतने ज्यादा आ गए। और आज अशोक श्रीवास्तव का प्रोग्राम था, उसमें कह रहे थे कि शिखा तो एक वोट करती है, पर रुबीना एक टाइम पे 6 बारी वोट करती है। You
How
know,
is that?
all this, I don't know, he was explaining, I'll send you the link. He was
Right.
explaining कि वो एक ही रुपीना अलग-अलग वोटर आईडी बने हुए हैं उसके. She has
Oh,
got the guts to do it.
hmm.
But
Hmm.
Shikha or Nirmala doesn't have the guts to do it. But
Hmm.
Rubina has the guts to do it.
Yeah.
So
But you know, now the world over, Payal, like Europe, US, and these people have learned from this that what is this? I never understood this great desire to get the illegal immigrant into your country. I used to always wonder what is the value they bring. Okay, cheap labor, but these are not people who have come to work. These are not people seeking employment. These are people who are seeking dole and the benefits. So, what was the reason to bring them in? And it's become so clear the only reason and the only thing they
political.
serve is to give votes to people who do not expect to win properly, legally, in any other way except through them. So that's the only reason for to be brought in. And there is a pushback. What has happened in America is there is a pushback. People are seeing them on the streets, overwhelm their lives,
But it's very
they're
difficult
crying.
to check them out now, deport them. It's very
Yes,
difficult to deport
you'll
them.
probably need somebody like Trump who's just going to be like a bulldozer. That's a very a part of our language, but who's going to do this kind of a huge thing to throw them out. I don't know whether we have the political gumption to do it or not.
See, the reaction is a hurt majority. For the first time, we are seeing this phenomenon in India or even in US for that matter. The silent mixed up majority,
Yeah,
which was always taken for a ride, always
granted.
taken for granted, for the
Yeah,
first time it is feeling the pinch and it is reacting.
yeah,
So, if this kind of a consolidation happens with one set of minorities plus illegal immigrants put
yes.
together, and then somehow managing to scrape past the magic number or being in hitting distance of the magic number,
Mm-hmm.
then the only alternative to that is a majority consolidation.
Yeah,
और कोई electorally और कोई तरीका है
yeah.
नहीं.
It's going to be a reaction, a pushback, I think.
आज
Sooner or
अगर
later.
बाबा बोल रहे हैं कि कटोगे बटोगे एज अ नारा,
Hmm.
तो इट इज एज politically relevant as socially relevant
Yes, yes,
or
absolutely.
ethnically relevant as much.
Hmm.
क्योंकि without the majority consolidating and consolidating across, हमारी सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या है? हमारी तो कास्ट डिवाइड बहुत मेजर इशू है. To rise above the caste divides, come together as the majority, the Sanatanis, the Hindus, the whatever you want to call it, the splinter groups like Jain, Buddhists, etc., Ambedkarite, whatever they are, all trying to create smaller fragments nowadays. Unless this number comes together and reacts to something, because eventually loser तो यही होंगे.
Hmm.
If it
Another
goes into
point,
the hands of the minority and the illegal immigrants, so
right?
who's going to be the sufferer? Somebody has to. And that is going to be the fragmented majority. So all over, people are coming together, societies are coming together. If you see the electoral map of US, the way it is all red across from coast to coast,
Hmm.
except the two slivers of the coastal urban areas,
Where there's no identity proof required.
there's no identity proof required. I mean, and I
Yeah.
predicted this in
Hmm.
16 election. I was there trying to cover up all the swing states for
Hmm.
my own understanding. And my sense was not that I knew very much about the dynamics of the US population, but whatever I could see, I could sense that there is a Native American, the common guy over there, it is not possible that he's not hurt with what is happening. He has to find a trigger to react. Whether he does or he doesn't will define the outcome of that election. 16 में वो थोड़े लेवल पे हुआ, 20 में और ज्यादा हुआ, 20 में क्लियर कट बेईमानी हुई. From 64 to 81 million votes for Democrats, and then vanished again back to the 65s. वो 15 million कौन थे भाई, वो कहाँ से वोट आए 15 million? And then you have a broken system, doesn't even know the total number of voters in the country. So they could manage to ramrod it and get away with it. इधर ट्रम्प को ट्विटर पे से बैन कर दो, उसकी रीच खत्म कर दो, उधर दूसरी वो बेईमानी करके they managed. But the moment you control that, then you can see that there is a majority consolidation happening, and it may be a black American and an Hispanic American and a white American coming together to vote for America. It is not about Hispanic to Hispanic or black to black kind of a relationship. The illegals who are coming in from the south border are illegal. So it is a legal versus illegal divide which voted for this election. The same kind of a thing has to happen at some place. I'm sure it happens in states like Assam, where this is a very real problem. So all sorts of, I'm sure there are fragments in Assamese society also, but they come together to react as citizens of the state versus illegal immigrants who come in and create a chaos, take away your things, become a threat to the organized society. So that is the divide that is going to eventually happen.
Also, a lot of people keep talking about very, in almost a derogatory manner that, when the immigrant comes in, the legal immigrant, he doesn't want the other immigrants to come in. Actually, it's a very, it's not framing the thought and the concept clearly. The legal immigrant comes in and he doesn't want the illegal immigrant to come in, because that is what he's running away from his own country, is that people who just hang on to the system and feed off the system on which there's no fair distribution. So he comes for more opportunity, better opportunity to another country, and he doesn't want to be followed by the illegal immigrant who's going to take that same opportunity away from him. So this constant thing, ki, "Arey, ek bari tum log aa gaye, now you want to close the doors and don't want the others to come in," is actually wrong. It is that he doesn't want the
It is the legal versus illegal divide.
Yeah, that is the,
That's what Elon Musk is accused of, na? That's what they were like since last 4 days.
But you are an immigrant yourself.
This is what they're attacking him on.
Another thing which I find is that, you said that we are so caste divided. I feel we never let it rest. That the moment there is a slight consolidation, the opposition brings up the caste factor, because the consolidation scares them. That is why we are hearing caste, because on one side there is a attempt at Hindu consolidation. And the moment you make noise about Hindu consolidation, they want to be equally loud or louder with caste. They don't want you to be united in any way. So I feel we never allow it to rest. If we were to just give it a break, I think people would be pretty happy to let it go and, to vote not as a monolith. We can never do that, but at least as a more consolidated entity.
There's a slight difference, Nandini, in that you can't, even if you allow it to rest, you can't ignore it or broom it under the consciousness.
No, you can't wish it away.
You don't break it up. We'll vote as you'll have to live with it and go beyond it. That is the only way this society will have to reconcile itself.
Yes.
Okay, you are Brahman, I am Baniya, or somebody is something else.
Yeah.
But despite those divides, we are voting together as a Hindu or as an Indian
for the country.
हाँ, उसको वो आप नहीं टच करोगे तो ऑपोजिशन तो टच कर ही रहा है उस सब्जेक्ट को.
हाँ, वही मैं कह रही हूँ ना.
Opposition को तो आप रोक नहीं सकते. So you'll have to raise our people to a level that they go over and above the caste divide and divisions. So you can imagine the number of things that can divide you from demographics to psychographic to everything.
Yeah.
There are geographic
True.
divide. So many ways you can divide the society.
Yeah.
तो उससे तो ऊपर उठना पड़ेगा.
Mm.
And I think the larger the threat, the more imminent the threat to the larger bunch of legal citizens of this country, the
Hmm.
larger the reaction is going to be. It may be slower, but
Yeah.
eventually होगा वो. This is what I feel ऐसा होना चाहिए.
True.
Chalo, now let's see what the Hitlers and fascists do to their countries. So
Yes.
let's wait and watch. And thank you so much, Nishit. Thank you so much, Nandini.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Chat
Thank you
later.
so much.
Thank you.